Hi, thank you for joining Talk Studio. My name is Subin, and today I have Shivani Ketan with us. And Shivani, thank you for coming on a short notice.
Namaskar.
It was, I think, very, very short notice, but thank you for coming and making all the arrangements. So, as you know, this Talk Studio program is basically so I invite people who are, really impacting the world through, especially in the field of mental health. So Shivani is an expressive art therapist. She's a global goodwill ambassador. Lot many. So the list is really, really long. So if I continue, I think it'll take some time. But I would really want Shivani to, let the audience know what she does, what specifically she does, what she's been doing, everything about her. Yes, please.
Well, thank you so much, Suveen, for first of all inviting me on this panel. And as we all know, yes, Mental Health Week is going on also. So everyone is very vigilant about mental health and the work that we all are doing because of the COVID that has the pandemic and the work from home is happening. So yes,
Yeah.
mental health is all over the town. I can say about that. So my work, if I say yes, it is because every time talk therapy does not work for you.
True.
Sometimes some people just cannot talk. So the next step was going into other alternative healings like sound therapy or even going for, because I believe in meditation also helps you a lot because it's a
True.
silence within. So I work with transcendental meditation. And then how about understanding? Then now you have a lot of more other things to explore, from sound to acupressure to homeopathy, naturopathy, Ayurveda. So many alternative healings are there. So my journey ended up in learning all this, and now I'm the founder of Mudita, where we are trying to help 70 plus in
Sure.
a daycare center where we can help them out with their blockages, with their problems. And art plays a very big role in that. Movement plays a very big role in that. Music plays a very big role in that. So I'm working now, I think whatever I have tried to learn throughout the ages, I'm trying to put all that with 70 plus seniors. So that's something about me I can say in a nutshell. Yeah.
When you say, thank you for sharing this was, so when you say, I perfectly understand that psychotherapy, talk therapy cannot help people, immediately. To some people, it just doesn't help because you are very true, they won't talk. There must be a stage, where people reach. I mean, let's say they have been in depression for months or years. So there must be, is there a certain stage, what's your personal experience with people that, who come for these therapies, that what's their personal journey like? Is it like in the beginning people come to you, or when you think that they are into depression for quite a long time, then they finally look for these therapies? What sort of people come to you?
So that's a very good question because people come to you in the middle stage, when they are trying to blame. The depression is definitely taken over and the blame is there and you don't understand that I'm lost in the dark. So mostly they come
Yeah.
to you in a stage where they want to negotiate or they want to blame the person, and that is where they are in a loop. So depression has already gone on to them, and they have gone to a different stage where the ladder to dikh na rahi hai because light to dikh nahi rahi hai. What they see is
Yeah.
only darkness, and they don't want to come out of it. Want to leave.
True, true. So you're saying that, they start liking that life, many times it definitely
Yes.
happens because they believe this is my world, this is their environment. They get used to of it.
True.
Uh, and that is where I think it becomes very, very difficult even for a psychotherapist or, for a counselor, for a psychologist to get them out of there. Why? Because I don't want treatment. People come in
Definitely.
that mental psyche is like, I'm okay,
Yeah.
even if you're absolutely not okay. So it makes a lot of sense, and all of is no doubt there is awareness now. People are talking, they are coming, they are opening up, not just in the Western country, even in India. People holding a degree in mental health are advocating, coming out. So a lot of things are happening everywhere. This is so interesting to see. Competing, a lot of things are happening. My question is, even if there is awareness, still majority of people are reluctant to open up. That stigma is still somewhere. Start seeing a therapist, start seeing a psychologist, start seeing a counselor, this stigma. How do you think that, I mean, how would you say that if we get physically ill, we don't feel shame going to doctor, right? I mean, but why is it that we feel shame when we have, psychological disorder, maybe, emotional health problem, things like this? What do you think is the reason?
I can answer you in two ways. One is the acceptance is not there. You know,
Oh, yeah.
you can go to a doctor when you say, okay, I have hurt my hand, and you're looking for people to send you flowers, and you're looking for people to send you get well soon, and you want to share it. Oh, mera heart, I broke my hand or something happened. I have a plaster. But the moment, like you said, the
Yeah.
mental health thing comes, you're not encouraged. Even by the offices, you're not encouraged to talk openly about it or even share. And
True.
and the reason is because it's always they want to always hush it down, down the thing. Okay, don't tell it to anyone. That's fine. You're fine. The best thing is you're told that you're fine when you know you're
Yeah.
not fine. Right? I am not fine. So when the other thing that happens is that let's say someone was diagnosed as bipolar. So they are not addressed as they are diagnosed bipolar. They are said you are a bipolar. That is also
Ah,
the reason people don't want to share because I will become well, that's a very good question, Sunil, because it all starts as an Indian. I can say it starts from my culture.
okay. Yeah.
In my culture, I don't remember as growing up there was any system where we knew the word depression also, uh, where as children we were our parents could just say anything to us. You know, they
True.
they did not have to think what I will feel, where will I feel. Probably the intention was there or not. I have no clue. I remember my set of parents were very sweet. Even if I was like just getting passing marks, my father was giving me treats for maths. 33 marks, very good. You passed, fantastic. Uh, but now the competition is so much. The children have so much to do. Parents try to give them the best they can, they're pampering them to the core, and they're not realizing that today, if you give them everything, tomorrow, when they don't get it, how will they survive? So, you are
Ah,
giving them all the luxuries that you can give them, but you forget the best luxury that you can tell them is to invest in themselves, to understand what they want to do. The moment that thought process comes in being, the mental health situation of any child will change from talking to anyone about it that I'm not feeling good. Like in America or anywhere you go, United States, you have situations where people can go to, if they're not able to do a homework also, they have a slot where they go and talk to the therapist, what happened, why I could
absolutely.
not do my work, what happened in my house, where is my problem coming from, what fear I had. So there are things like that. In our situation of culture, we don't have this. Yes, there are it. So first, I would only say to come back to your question is the culture. We have to bring that culture where the families are functional, where the families don't try to fix the child, where the families just try to understand if this child likes to paint, then let him paint. We can give
True.
him exposure of other things, but we can't force him to do maths or science or engineering. And for God's sake, in the sense, we have so many options now. So the comparison has to stop. So the moment families start to talk, the culture, we are coming from an old culture where we are trying to become modern by going to
Mhm.
these the best of places and eating at best of places, but inside so many people are the same, and you want to compare
Absolutely.
your child with the other person. Your child is your child. Why do you want to compare your child? Let it be. So I think the moment the approach of the parent changes, the child will be in a better situation and they can help to understand where they're coming from. Right
Absolutely.
now, it's a fixing problem. We don't have to fix them. They're fine. Let them be the way they are.
Absolutely. The culture, the culture, what you mentioned is definitely, I think, very, very important. Second thing, keep inviting everyone who is impacting the world, again, the field of mental health and maybe, so I would say emotion, imagination, and behavior of people. So I'll be here with another guest next time. Thank you so very much. Thank you for being a lovely audience. If you have more questions, you can put in the chat box. I would love to personally answer them. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shivani.